penetration of law and order ever deeper into the untamed West, the gun-toting outlaws fought desperately to maintain their reign of terror and violence. But land rushes lured a steady stream of emigrants westward. Development was rapid. Then oil was struck. It brought on a new westward rush, a rush for oil lands and leases. Hitherto accustomed only to the stomp of cattle and horses, the land now boomed with the sound of drilling equipment and the roar of mighty gushers.
Easy does it, boys, easy. Steady. Lose that tool and I'm all washed up in the oil business. We got to bring this well in on time or I won't be able to keep up my leases.
You can begin to drill again now, Mr. Jason.
It's another raid, boys. Head for cover. Keep them busy, boys, while I fix up well for good. It's the Durango Kid. We'll trap him in the clearing up ahead. Drop that hardware. Left hands and toss them. Now light down. What do you, Wolf? Pull down those masks. Now, why do you keep those faces covered? Who you buzzards working for? Maybe a slug between your eyes will make you talk. You can't shoot a man down in cold blood, Durango. Maybe not this time. But if we meet again, I'll shoot first and ask questions afterward. Now start moving. No, you're leaving on your own hooks. But you can't walk out on me now, men.
This ain't the first time that gang's jumped us. Somebody's after your scalp, Jason. We ain't gonna risk our necks any longer.
But the Durango Kid moving in is bound to help us. You all know his reputation for siding with law and order.
Yeah, well, we ain't dependent on anybody's reputation to save our skins. You can pay us off right now.
All right. Meet me at the bank in an hour. You get your wages if it takes my last cent.
What happened, Mr. Jason? Did you have an accident?
There's been another raid, Mrs. Adams. This time the gang has just about finished me.
I think it's perfectly hideous that such lawlessness is permitted and those outlaws have not been dealt with.
My men have quit. Left me cold. With a ruined derrick and no money left to rebuild it.
I can't understand why you've been singled out as a target for those awful outlaws.
Somebody's trying to break me, Mrs. Adams, so that I won't be able to take up the options on my oil leases when they fall due. I should have sent for Steve Driscoll before I started drilling this well.
Steve Driscoll?
Oh, he's a friend of mine from El Paso. I asked him to come up here to give me a hand.
Well, it's about time we had somebody around here who doesn't run like a frightened rabbit every time that gang shows up. Is there anything I can do, Mr. Jason?
Well, it's getting pretty late in the game, Mrs. Adams, but if I could borrow some money, I might be able to keep going until we could bring in a gusher.
But who would risk financing you after what you've been through?
I don't know. Unless maybe you'd take the gamble.
Oh, I wish I could. But the income from my late husband's estate is barely sufficient to maintain my ranch. I'm terribly sorry.
No. Maybe something will turn up. Thanks anyway, Mrs. Adams. Oh, do you mind dropping me at the post office? There might be some mail there from Steve.
Why, surely. All right, William.
Stay away. I'm older than another.
Oh, Smiley, sort this mail out. Oh, Smiley, did I hurt you?
You're either getting awful strong or I'm getting awful weak, Hattie.
I'll fix you some hot milk and buttered toast.
Oh, what he needs is cornbread and possum grease to keep him strong.
Well, Hattie's just been keeping him up too late.
Listen, you two tar heels, you get out there and unload that supply wagon right now. Come on. Doggone that mustard and gravy, they stick to me like fleas to a pup. How do, ma'am? Hello, Mr. Jason. I'm Smiley Burnette, the head letter carrier of Oil County.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Smiley. I'm Mrs. Adams, Mrs. Reginald Adams, late of New York City.
You're not too late for me. What can I do for you?
I need supplies for my ranch.
Good. Step right this way.
Hello, Sam.
Any mail for me?
I don't know. I'll look. Just a magazine.
Thanks, Hattie.
Some sugar.
Some sugar.
Oh, no, well, one's enough.
Oh, sweet to the sweet. That's what I say. Now,
And some corn.
some corn.
No, I don't need that many.
Oh, forget it.
Well, some peaches.
Some peaches.
You're so very kind, Smiley. You'll just have to visit me at the ranch.
You just try to keep me away.
How much do I owe you?
Not a thing. It's on the house.
That's what you think, Smiley Burnette. Every cent will come out of your wages. Now, get out of here.
Whoa, hold your horses, mister. They're stampeding.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Steve Driscoll, why didn't you answer my letter?
Why, I thought I beat the mail, Sam. No, I don't know about that. We got the best mail service in the country here.
Steve, I want you to meet Smiley Burnette. He's our letter carrier.
Hi.
Howdy, Smiley. Having trouble?
Oh, trouble. Don't ever get Hattie Hatfield mad at you. I'd rather have that gang of outlaws mad at me than her.
Oh, Smiley.
How about that, Sam?
It's even worse than I wrote you, Steve. The gang blew up my oil well this morning, and my men have quit me cold. They got me backed in a corner this time, and I can't move.
Be a dear boy and carry my purchases for me, please.
Sure thing. Well, Sam, have you any idea who's behind these raids?
Oh, I don't even know who they are, let alone who's bossing them.
Any mail for Clark?
Clark?
J.E. Clark. I'll ride out to the lumber mining camp, see if I can pick up some labor to rebuild that derrick.
You know, if I could get men that'd stay with me, I might be able to bring the well in time to refinance my leases.
Worth a try. Anyway, you can count on me.
Thank you, Smiley. And if you like, you may call me Clarabelle.
Oh, Clarabelle. That's a pretty name. You can call me Smiley.
And you may drop out to the ranch any afternoon for a spot of tea.
A spot of tea? Don't you drink it out of cups?
You silly boy. Go ahead, William.
Bye. Uncle Buddy Black Crow sat in a tree, and to all the younger crows said he, "Stay out of that field on yonder hill. The man who owns it shoots to kill." Young Billy Black Crow, full of fun, said, "Oh yeah, not me, afraid of a gun." So he flew to the field, and sure enough soon, the man's big shotgun, boom, boom, boom. Ah! Ah! Stay away, stay away. Ah! Ah! Stay away, stay away. I'm older and wiser, stay away, I say. Ah! Ah! Stay away, stay away. But a smart little feller was young Billy Crow. He knew how far he dared to go. The bullets couldn't reach him, he flew so high. He laughed to hear Uncle Billy Crow cry. Smart Alecks always go too far, never happy where they are. So Billy Crow, he flew too low. Why sing anymore? The rest you know. Ah! Ah! Stay away, stay away. Ah! Ah! Stay away, stay away. I'm older and wiser, stay away, I say. Ah! Ah! Stay away, away.
That's the man Lefty saw with Jason in the post office. Let's get him. It's a mail robbery, huh? Mr. Outlaw, don't shoot me. I'm not carrying any mail.
We ought to gun you down for getting in our way.
But the horse stampeded. I couldn't do nothing with him.
Get down off of that nag and start digging.
What for? There ain't no gold around here.
You're going to dig a grave for a fat boy.
Oh, why don't you let him dig it?
That's just what I mean. Get down. Durango!
Don't you know the shooting's all over? Now go on down there and deliver that mail. Hey, go on! I tell you, you gotta be able to hand them in if you want to get any work out of them.
Well, Sam Jason could certainly use you.
Why, sure.
We're figuring on rebuilding his oil derrick.
Rebuilding an oil derrick?
Yeah.
Now, that's not exactly down my line. I'm more of the executive type. Besides, I got something else I want to be doing.
What?
I'm going to be sipping tea with Mrs. Adams this afternoon. I'll see you later.
Hello, Mr. Smiley.
How to do, Mrs. Adams?
Won't you sit down, Smiley?
Yes, indeedy. Oh, Clara Bell.
I think maybe we'd better have tea. You can serve tea now, William.
Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
I'll sit over here, Smiley. Any news from town?
News? Oh, yes, there's lots of news. There was a whole passel of fellers jumped on to Steve Driscoll, and they'd have gunned him down sure if I hadn't have been there. Steve's been helping Sam Jason rebuild his oil derrick.
Mr. Jason is such a nice man. I hope he doesn't go bankrupt.
Yes, I hope he don't either. But I don't think he stands much of a chance with all them outlaws riding him. Oh, those are nice-looking cookies. Did you bake them yourself? I like cookies about better than anything.
Oh, I'm glad. Cream and sugar?
No, I don't want any. I'm awful sorry. I think maybe I better come back some other time.
I think you better had.
I'll get my hat. Oh, Steve. Any luck?
None of the men want to work for you. They're all scared of that bunch.
I expected as much. It'll be pretty hard to start all over again.
Well, don't worry, Sam. I'll think of something as soon as I clean up. See you later.
All right, Steve.
Boomer Kildare. Well, whenever there's trouble, you're always around to fan the fires.
Yeah? You pour a lot of hot oil for a flea-bitten cow nurse.
With you in town, I can see why Jason's having the tough going. You wouldn't be in on that, would you, Boomer?
Sounds as if you're wanting to have your ears pinned back, Driscoll.
You tried that once before.
I still owe you a licking for that Sunday punch you sneaked on me down in El Paso.
Thanks, Boomer.
Don't thank me. I only did it to save you so I could pin back your ears.
There he goes!
I'm going to trail that sidewinder. You stay here, Boomer. I'll be waiting here, cowboy.
shoe put on that nag, Scallon. That wouldn't split, and it leaves too much of a trail. That's Driscoll, and he's after Cutter.
We'll put a stopper to that, Jasper, right now. Hide the horses quick.
Come out of there with your hands up. Make it fast or I'll come in after you.
Drop that gun and reach, Driscoll.
What's the idea?
I'm asking you the same.
This bushwhacker took a shot at me. Maybe you sent him to do it.
Well, you ain't gonna live long enough to find out.
I'll finish him off, Scallon, by inches.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Easy or I'll kill your friend.
Just hold it, boys. He'll do what he says.
Tell him to drop those guns.
Drop them.
Now get inside, all of you.
Let him go after him. We've lost him.
Scallon!
Yeah, do you want me?
Who's that masked man out there? Who is it?
That's the Durango Kid, an outlaw.
The Durango Kid. What's he doing on my property?
Oh, probably spotting a herd of cattle for rustling.
Well, as my foreman, I expect you to guard this ranch and everything on it.
You just leave it to me.
Here's another letter for Mrs. Adams from that oil company. And her claiming she ain't interested in oil.
This is just an advertisement. Ain't the woman got a right to get advertisements? I wish you'd quit picking on Clarabelle. You're just jealous.
You're just lovesick.
I get so aggravated when I'm reading postal cards. It's like reading books with half the chapters gone. Why do the silly dopes have to use an envelope? So I never can tell just what's going on. Whoa, they never say I love you on a postcard, for there's too much other nonsense they can't write. On a postcard there ain't room to describe a yaller moon or to tell about the fun they had last night. Oh, they never say I love you on a postcard, but they'll tell you how to bake a pie or cake. Oh, someday I surely hope they'll take all them envelopes and chuck 'em to the bottom of the lake. Sure, they never say I love you on a postcard. It takes a 10-cent stamp to send it all. You have eyes like this or that, one whole page about her hat. It's a lot of plain malarkey, but they fall. them agreed that love is great and I'm in favor. They don't trust the mailman, that's what makes me pout. Keeping postage sure is hard when they don't use postal cards. There's so many things I never can find out, and I'm so curious. There's so many things I can't find out.
Got a letter for Boomer Kilday?
Just a minute, I'll see.
Thanks. Can't you find some other place to stand counters? Bummer, if you keep on looking for a scrap, you're the one that'll need a nurse. What? You heard me. Well, I'll save it for some other time. Time's right now. Sam, shake hands with Boomer Kilday, fightingest wildcat oil driller in all Texas. Hello, Boomer. I don't get it, Steve. Jason's looking for men to work his oil well, but nobody will hire out to him because, well, they're scared. Are you insinuating I'm scared too, Driscoll? If you're not, you can prove it easily enough right now. You got yourself a man, Jason. Good. I heard about your trouble with the gang. Who do I start fighting? If I only knew that, maybe we could get somewhere. One man we'll have to keep our eyes on. Who is he? I'll turn him inside out. Name's Scanlon.
Scanlon? Did you say Scanlon?
That's right.
Well, Scanlon's a foreman at Mrs. Adams's ranch. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Maybe not, but he sure wanted my scalp plumb bad this morning. Mrs. Adams, eh? From the Sky High Oil Company.
That's the crookedest outfit west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, that's right.
It ain't the first one she's had. She gets them regular from the same outfit.
Now look at here. If you think just getting letters from an oil company that she's mixed up in this Jason deal, I get big letters from oil companies all the time wanting me to buy stock.
Well, if we're to break up that gang, we can't afford to overlook anything. And you can help if you're willing, Smiley.
Well, sure I'm willing. What you want me to do?
Well, now you're pretty thick with Mrs. Adams. Find out if she has any connections with this oil company.
Well, I think you're barking up the wrong tree, but I'll try. Today's her birthday, and I'm going to take mustard and gravy out there and serenade her.
Yes, and if you come back smelling like a perfume factory, I'm going to dump you in a barrel of sheep dip. You Bluebeard.
Whoa. I guess she must be in the house.
Might be.
Y'all ready to serenade her?
Good.
Come on. Clarabelle!
Yes, what is it?
It's me, Smiley. Come on out.
Be right with you.
A very merry birthday, a very merry day, merrier than ever before. Congratulations, dear Clarabelle. May you celebrate 100 more. Is it fruit or is it nuts or is it meat? Is it candy? Is it something that you eat? Is it something that they bake? Is it Mother's angel cake? What makes you so sweet? Can it be a recipe that's out of print? Is it spearmint with a dash of peppermint? Is it something gingery? Do you have it with your tea? What makes you so sweet? Where'd you get that velvety skin? Where'd you get that lovable chin? Honey, tell me this. Where'd you get that flavor in your kiss? Is it little golden fishes from a stream? Is it something in your strawberries and cream? Is it some big fancy dish? Could it make you that delish? What makes you so sweet?
That was perfectly lovely, Smiley.
Oh, that's nothing. We wrote it.
Congratulations. Won't you sit down? It's been fixed.
I sure hope you ain't mad at me for knocking over your tea table.
Why, you silly boy, don't give it another thought.
Well, you sure are sweet. I thought you ought to know that Steve Driscoll figures that your foreman's in on those Jason raids.
Why, the very idea. I'll tolerate no lawlessness from any of my ranch hands. If Mr. Driscoll can prove his charges, I'll fire Scanlon on the spot.
I figured that.
And what else does this Driscoll person suspect?
Oh, nothing. Boomer Kilday and Steve are down there now helping Mr. Jason get the oil derrick in operation.
Oh, I do hope Mr. Jason brings in a gusher and is able to meet his lease obligations on time. But don't breathe a word of this to anyone, Smiley. It might reach the wrong people.
I won't. Goodbye now. Come on, boys.
You didn't ask about the oil company, Smiley.
Oh, I didn't, did I? I forgot to deliver this letter to you.
Oh, thank you, Smiley.
You know, Steve, he said something about maybe you was in cahoots with that Sky High Oil Company, but I told him he didn't know what he was talking about. That's right, ain't it?
Ridiculous, Smiley. The company just wants me to invest, that's all. Of course, it's out of the question.
Sure. Steve will eat dirt when I tell him that, too. Bye.
Goodbye, Smiley. Scanlon, come here.
Yeah, what is it?
The stupid fools are trying to salvage the oil well, Scanlon.
Well, I thought we finished it for good.
They've got Boomer Kilday on their side, and you know his reputation as a wildcatter. They must be stopped at once. If Jason brings in a gusher, we'll never be able to take those leases from him. We've already had a payment from Sky High Oil with the understanding that we deliver Jason's leases to them. We've got to work fast from now on.
Well, what do you think we ought to do?
Hire some extra gunmen and stop Jason. If Kilday or that snooping Driscoll get in your way, gun them down.
Ah, just the way I like it. What do you think, Boomer?
Not as bad as I expected. With a good crew, I'll have this going in a couple of days. Except for this drilling tool that's too badly damaged to be of any use to us.
There isn't another one around Oroville that I know of.
Well, without it, we couldn't drill a hole in a donut.
You think there's a chance of striking oil if we get a new drill?
I'm positive. From all indications, this looks like a shallow well. And if we get going, we'll bring a gusher in before you know it.
Without men and tools, it wouldn't do me any good if we could scoop it up in buckets. I think we can get a new drill from an outfitter I know down in El Paso. But it'd take time to get it shipped up here. Not necessarily. I can send him a telegram. He can put it on the night stage and it ought to be here in the morning.
You get me a new drill, and I'll bring this gusher in quicker than you can split a cat's ear.
That's all very fine, boys, but I still haven't got a dime and no prospects. Don't worry about that, Sam. I got enough cash to take care of it.
And I've got an idea how we'll get those wildcatters back here on the job, too.
I'll get into town and send that telegram. What's your plan for getting the men?
They don't call me the fightingest oil driller in Texas for nothing. Those the swabbers that ran out on you, Jason?
Yeah, all but that one leaning against the post.
All right. I'll see you later.
What are you going to do?
Nothing much. You take care of your business, and don't worry. You birds want to go back to work peacefully or on stretchers? Who's gonna make us? I am, and I'll start in on you.
you out there? Boomer, thought you were the fightingest wildcat in all Texas.
I was just out of form today.
Thanks, Durango. You don't know what this means to me. Never mind, get that oil well working.
Why, a rootin' tootin' he catamount that Durango is.
And furthermore, you lily-livered swabbers are going back to work, and I don't want to hear another peep out of you.
And that goes for me. I'm backing Boomer up.
Hello, Sam. Hi, Smiley. What a beautiful shiner. Say, that's even better than the one I hung on you in El Paso.
I'll go chase a prairie dog.
How'd you make out with that drilling tool, Steve? Well, there's just one left, but I got it. Be here on the morning stage.
Nice work, Steve. Maybe we'll beat those renegades at their own game yet. Let's get busy, Boomer.
Start walking, men.
Ought to be along any minute now. Get set.
Ain't carrying nothing but mail and some oil drilling equipment.
Well, just stay put and you won't get hurt. Get it. 20 minutes late. Here she comes now. Did you bring my drilling equipment, driver?
No, I was held up 10 miles out of town by a gang of masked road agents.
You mean they got the drill?
That's right.
Well, that does it, Steve. That gang knows every move before we make it.
When do your auctions fall due?
Exactly 1 week from today.
That don't give you much time to bring in the gusher, Sam.
I might as well stop Boomer and the boys from working. No use handing those crooks an oil well on a silver platter.
Say, seems to me we've been doing everything but the right thing.
Well, what do you mean?
Just this. We'll take our case right to the people of Lauraville. You're developing this oil field means just as much to them as it does to you. We'll call a meeting, get everybody there.
Hi, Clarabelle.
Oh, hello, Smiley. Any mail for me today?
Sure is.
Oh, thank you. Won't you sit down?
You bet.
How are things going with Mr. Jason?
Oh, they're going to have a big meeting this afternoon to try to get some more financing.
Well, I think that's a splendid idea, Smiley. Is there anything I can do?
There sure is. If you would be there to give some support to Mr. Jason, there's a lot of people that follow your lead. You're really important, you know.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll meet you there, Smiley.
You will?
And you can depend on me to do everything possible to help poor Mr. Jason.
Clarabelle, I knowed you'd do it.
It's nothing, Smiley. Thanks very much for opening my eyes.
Gosh.
Run along now, Smiley. I'll have to get ready for the meeting, you know.
She kissed me. She kissed me. She kissed me.
That Jasper must have been eating loco weed.
Scanlon, come here.
Everything went off just like clockwork. We pitched that drilling tool right down.
Never mind that. We have other things to worry about.
Yeah, what are they up to now?
Jason's holding a meeting this afternoon to get the people to finance him.
Well, there's nothing to stop us from breaking it up, is there?
We'll just let them hold their little affair, and I'll encourage the suckers to invest.
Oh, and then we'll step in and take it away from them.
I have a better plan. And the Durango kid will be there to help carry it through.
Howdy, Mrs. Adams. Could I help you down?
Why, thank you, Smiley.
Go on, get inside. You're going to invest in this deal whether you like it or not. Go on.
Would you excuse me whilst I get the orchestra to play it? Could we have some of that good old Wilson County music? Real peppy.
I remember the days we lived down on the farm. On the farm. When the people laughing and joking meant no harm. The girls would dip their stuff, it's true. The boys would drink and smoke and chew. That's the way we used to live down on the farm. We had a big time. We had a big time. Everybody would bring them a jug of cider and wine. When Uncle Zeb Turney come trucking through with his little brown jug full of Mountain Dew. Then we scout the cat and put on the dog and have a big time. I remember the women's dresses trailed the ground. They wore hoop skirts when they went to church or town. Oh boy, how they thought there was someone the boy with the big mustache would come. That's the way we used to live down on. We had a big time. We had a big time. Everybody would bring them a jug of cider and wine. When Uncle Zeb Turney come trucking through with his little brown jug full of Mountain Dew. Then we scout out the cat and put on the dog and have a big time. I remember the fall when the old barn dance begun. Oh, just begun. Oh boy, just how we all would have some fun. Ain't Peaches, Sims, and Drusy Blue and Grandpap could a step or two. That's the way we used to live down on the farm. We had a big time. We had a big time. Everybody would bring them a jug of cider and wine. When Uncle Zeb Turney come trucking through with a little brown jug full of Mountain Dew. Then we scout out the cat and put on the dog and have a big time.
Folks, you were all asked to come here because the development of oil in this territory is important to every one of you. All those who own land around here stand to make a fortune in the oil lying beneath it.
How do we know there's oil here?
Supposing I let Mr. Jason explain that, all right? Before I started drilling, I sunk a test well. And I hit oil sand at 300 feet. And I'm willing to work for nothing if we don't hit the deposit at 500. You all know what that means, folks. But because of a certain lawless element around Oroville, Jason's efforts have been hampered. Hampered to the point where he's lost his last cent in trying to bring in a gusher. Now, we've got to raise some money to help Sam continue his work. Work that's vital to every one of you. If he loses his holdings, a gang of robbers will move in here and rob this country blind. Investing your money in Sam Jason's outfit is the only way of protecting yourselves and your own property. How about it?
Well, I don't know.
It seems mighty risky to me.
Friends, my dear departed husband didn't leave me much money. But if it will help develop our community, Mr. Jason is welcome to all I've got. I'm investing $500 in your company. And if this meeting doesn't produce enough cash for you to continue your fine work, I'll try to make up the balance.
That's very nice of you, Mrs. Adams. I'm sure you'll get your money back tenfold.
I know I will.
I'll invest $100.
$50 from me.
I might as well invest something, too.
Shell out, you wildcatters. Don't you know a good deal when you see it? Step up, folks. I'll put you on the... Come on, get up there and get first in line. Take that money out of your pocket. Deal. I can roll now. Anybody else want in?
Better rush this right over to the bank, Mr. Jason.
That's a good idea.
I'll go with you, Sam.
All right, Steve.
And where you are, don't move.
It's the Durango kid.
Now toss me that money bag. Stay put where you are for 5 minutes if you know what's good for you.
Get your horses after it. I'll try and head him off.
The suckers fell for it hook, line, and sinker. If the Durango kid ever gets out of that spot, it'll be with his neck in a hangman's noose. Here comes Scanlon now. He must have given the posse the slip. If I didn't know it was you behind that mask, Scanlon, I'd wager every cent in this poke you were the Durango kid himself.
You're right, Mrs. Adams. I am the Durango kid. First man makes a move, gets it.
Scatter out and get him.
your gang, Miss Adams, before there's any more killing.
Put up your guns, men.
Are you all right, Clarabelle?
Yes, and it's a good thing you got here, Smiley. We surprised him when he was trying to make his getaway with the money.
Give me that money pronto. And no tricks, Durango.
Just a minute. She's not telling you the truth.
Oh, insulting a lady now, huh? I'll see you hung for this.
Here's the man you want to hang. He's the fake Durango who stole that money. Your lady friend here planned the robbery. She's the cause of all your troubles, too, Jason. Find her a nice, comfortable jail cell.
Clarabelle, how could you do that to me?
Quit bawling, you idiot. I just played you for what you were worth, and that added up to nothing.
Oh, is that so, you female Jezebel? Now you get out of here. There ain't no woman gonna make a fool out of me. Go on now.
We brought in a gusher. We brought in a gusher. Yes, folks, we brought in a gusher, but it's only the beginning. You all strung along with me, and now I'm going to pay you back. With Boomer as my superintendent, there'll be so many wells going up around here, this country will look like a jack pine forest.
We had a big time. 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 Everybody would bring him a jug of cider and wine. Uncle Zeb Turney came through with a little brown jug full of Mountain Dew. Then we scout out the caddy, put on the dog, and have a big time. When Uncle Zeb Turney came through with a little brown jug full of Mountain Dew. Then we scout out the